Ali? Are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, just tired.
Sure. Also, it's just a bit weird.
Well, I know it's not the usual thing. Thank you for letting them use your house. I know it's a big ask.
It's too big for one person. With the help friends, we get a shitload of cats.
It's hard. Being lonely. How'd you do it?
I'm not lonely, I'm alone. There's a big difference. I've been thinking about when it happens. Do you know what you're going to say? They'll be here soon. Don't worry, it's going to go great.
Just shut up. Seriously, just stay out of this for once in your life.
Who the hell do you think you all are anyway?
Why is the lawyer here?
Oh, jog off, Blake.
You didn't even know, Frank.
Don't talk to her
Come on,
like
everybody,
that.
please, let's all just be civilized.
Hey, who are you again?
I'm Pat.
Shut it!
We are getting nowhere. This is my house, and I say those not taking part, get out.
Well, I don't think any of us should be taking part.
Blake, a word.
Bye, Blake.
All your friends and family like this?
It's all nonsense. You get that, right? No, not nonsense. It's way more insidious than that.
It's bullshit, but there's no harm. It's for Ali. He needs to do something. Move on. He's stuck.
There are other ways. And what about Frankie?
He's dead, Blake. And he was Ali's husband, so it's Ali's choice.
He was my cousin. And he wouldn't want this to be pulled around. Please, talk to Ali. Tell him how selfish he's being. That Frankie would be against this meddling.
The Frank I knew would want whatever helped Ali.
You didn't know him. Not like I did. The person that I knew would have considered this unnatural.
That's your view.
It is. And I'm entitled to it.
Congratulations. From my view, funerals are for mourners, not the deceased. I refuse to watch my best friend spend any more of his life staring at the fucking wall. Doesn't matter what you or I think. If this charade brings Ali back to the land of the living, I'm all for it.
Nothing good will come from this.
Listen, you have got to get your head in the game. Blake is here too, which means she might...
Okay, she's not. I told you, she doesn't care about the estate.
How do you know?
Honey, I know.
Carrie!
Buddy.
Hi, look, I really should be going.
No, Carrie, please stay.
Please do.
No, this just represents a problem.
I don't see what the problem is.
Yes, Carrie, buddy, it's simple.
It's unusual. I'm not sure I should be here.
What's so unusual?
No, you must understand.
Understand what?
Yes,
Kerry,
what?
it couldn't be simpler.
It changes everything.
Yes, everything.
Please!
Everything goes to Ali by law. I'm appointed to make sure the rule of law is followed.
It is the rule of law that has brought you here.
I thought I was called here to discuss my retainer with your family, not...
Not what?
Yes. Not what?
Not this!
But we have a point. Ali is not in his right mind.
He's out of it. if you ask me.
This all proves that Ali is not of sound mind, so the estate shouldn't all go to him.
This is a question of faith, of beliefs. You may not believe in what's happening here tonight, and I'm not saying I do. I mean, I am a huge fan of the podcast, but no.
That is what makes this even worse. Not just Instagram, the podcast. Think about the social media publicity this brings to my family.
Joe, let me think about all the unwanted social media publicity this brings to our family. An invasion of our privacy.
Well, Sam, you're not even a blood relative. Joe is, but not you, no.
Please don't go.
I loved Frankie.
Oh, yes, you did, Sam. Yes, you did. And please, Carrie. Frankie. He had a name. He had a life. And we were a big part of it.
Joe would send Frankie a card for every birthday, every Christmas, even Easter. Such beautiful, beautiful words. If only you could have read them.
Wait! You don't mind if I...
For you, for the podcast?
Both, actually. We can do links to them in the description. Primarily for research purposes, though.
Yes, of course, for the record. By the way, can I call you Billy?
I prefer doctor of parapsychology. You understand?
Yes, of course. It's right there in the title, isn't it? Dr. Krasner looks into the unknown. Great to stay on brand, babe.
Please. So how would you describe your process?
Well, the Ouija board is great because you can think of people as conduits connected to the spirit world. And, well, some of us are stronger conductors than others. Signal boosters, if you will.
Ah, so you are fiber optic and the rest of us are dial-up.
Yes, perfect.
Hold on. The ball, the tarot, and oh my, is that herbs for smudging?
Yes, indeed. I knew you would know. In fact, true spirits assembled. I've got the legendary Dr. Krasner here, and we are going to cook up something special tonight. Lost love, old friends, and a truly famous face indeed. Hashtag spirit love.
Please, is this all really necessary?
Don't you want the sound guy for this bit?
Look, before we get to that, you know what I do. This is a highly respected podcast, and it pays for serious research. I've seen your testimonials. I've spoken to the people you've seen.
What people? How far back?
Since your Spotify deal.
Since Hadley joined me as assistant. It gives me more time to prepare, get better results.
Yes, the results, incredible. But here I see appropriation from other cultures and, well, other things. I mean, crystal healing, astrology, illusion.
This isn't an illusion. This is the real deal. That's why I agreed to do this. You're going to capture what I can do, and in exchange, you get access to a much wider audience than what does you have right now? 3,000 followers?
But what does that really mean?
It means, Billy, that me, the tarot, the smudging, the candles, even the crystal can do whatever the fuck we want tonight, and you are going to capture it. And you are going to believe.
People think that Grandin Makepeace was just a 70s cop show. And of course, it was a procedural, but it's actually a lot more complex than that. Yeah, especially in the context of the rise of Thatcherism and the changing landscape of London through the 1980s, in a psychogeographical sense, that is. That's what my book's about. I'm writing a book about Harry. Harry Cobb, a.k.a. Grand. Yeah, I mean, the chemistry between the two leads, don't even get me started. I mean, Harry Cobb, the ultimate screen detective, and Ray Chapman, what a foil. I mean, the two really, bounce off of one another.
Who are you here to contact?
Here to speak with an old friend. Just here for our regular updates.
That's why I'm here, actually, to interview.
How old were you when he died?
A young'un. 12. You?
Husband. He died 6 months ago.
I'm sorry.
Don't be, it's not your fault.
Yes. Well, I'm going to go and mingle. Please excuse.
This your first time?
With a dead husband?
No. This.
First time. Frankie would be so pissed off that I found him on Instagram.
He's had good results, actually.
I'm sure he has.
In the last year, yeah. It's my first time with him, but I've been contacting Charlie for about 10 years, and yeah. Kai seems legit. My mate, Charlie. He ran the local youth club. Lived in my block, too. Me being raised by my nan, it meant a lot, our friendship. He was the cool big brother I never had, you know? He died young. Stabbed one night. Over nothing. How did Frankie go?
It was man versus bus. And guess who won? He swerved to miss a kid. Cycling too fast as usual. Idiot left his helmet at home. Not that I would have done much. What a stupid way to go.
Right? I'm so sorry. Not saying it's the same. You and I. But you get used to it eventually. You still miss them. Always will, but you sort of learn to live with it.
You're right, it's not the same.
It's almost time.
Is everything okay?
He's not even here yet. It's almost starting.
Who are we waiting on?
I can't afford another cock-up. Not after last time. Hold on a minute, boys. I'll be back in a sec.
What else is there to do?
Don't know him. Usually have a different admin assistant when I come back.
God, I've had everyone. All sorts too, you know.
Here, have we met before? Don't I know you? Yes, it's you. It's, Harry. Harry
Cobb, yeah, Harry Cobb. At your service. Such a pleasure to meet a young fan.
I was young when I went. Not so much anymore. Name's Charlie.
Pleasure.
Hang on, though. You were older when I saw,
I prefer to be seen in my prime. But this place has that effect on some of us. Which is a shame, because so many people ask me back to talk about that bloody television show I did.
Yeah. Grand and Makepeace.
Yeah, that's the one. Absolutely fucking dreadful.
Well, I actually thought it was...
You know, some of the best years of my life were taken from me by Thames bloody television. And for what? An eternity of sad, lonely, middle-aged men asking for a bloody autograph over a glossy 8x10 where you can not only make up my crow's feet, but the beginnings of a very unfortunate wattle.
Well, Mr. Cobb,
Please, call me Harry.
I think you look wonderful.
The stage away. And are you going to dress like that?
What? Me? Oh, yeah. I always get called back by someone I used to care for. We supported the same team.
Football. Preferred whiskey and billiards myself.
Not just football, me. I'm interested in lots of things. I was curious then, I'm even more curious now. So I spent my time getting to know souls like you. Spirits, you can fill me in on the big things I missed out on. I mean, who better to tell me what landing on the moon was like than someone who actually did it?
So you just have the one person then calling you back?
Yeah, just the one. But it's regular. I get filled in on what's happening out there. Yeah, just the one.
Charlie, if you don't mind me asking, how did you come to be here? What happened to you?
Another time, eh?
Yeah.
Who are we waiting for?
Yeah. Who is our special guest star?
Well, have a lovely evening and see you then.
Do you mind?
Don't worry, let me give you some privacy.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. It's okay. Please, stay. I could use the company. I don't know what to do.
It's difficult.
Do you believe?
No. Lapsed Catholic, I'm afraid. It's just these familial disputes are something I see a lot of in my line of work.
Sure you do. Does it make it easier or harder?
I never get to meet the clients, just the people who knew them. When I experience it firsthand, it's something else.
I'm sure. Well, how about that? When it's someone you know, what do you think helps? Being here has been
so lonely, and no one sees things my way.
I get it. It's more, I know I said I never get to meet the clients. That's true, but I still get to know them. Sometimes it's through their will, what they left behind. But also, I see it in the spaces they left. The gaps that the people they knew helped fill me in on.
You must hear everything.
What about Frankie, then? I know some, but not your part.
I knew him when we were growing up in North Carolina, when our family was in one place, most of it. And he was kind, giving, always headstrong. I mean, you couldn't tell him the sky was blue if he said it was purple. And honestly, he was so charming. By the end of it, you thought the sky was purple too. And there was this one time when he was in college. Actually, that one I'm keeping for myself. Thank you.
Charlie Hamilton, Lydia Hamilton, Ernest Tuck, Violet Tuck, Lal Edwards, Colin.
Sorry. Just need to get... Have we met before? Sorry, that sounds like a line, doesn't it? I didn't mean it like that. Not that you're not... I just... You seem familiar?
Don't think that we've met.
Well, hello.
Padley.
Lennon. Parents were big Beatles fans. Obviously. What's in the notebook? I mean, the names?
It's to help me remember. Have you ever heard of the second death? Not in the biblical sense, but in the sense of no longer being remembered by someone alive.
Oh, didn't Banksy say something about that? About dying twice. First, when you stop breathing, and then second, when someone says your name for the last time.
It's an old Egyptian belief. I try to keep as many from the second death as I can. My family, You must think I'm strange.
No. I've met all sorts of weirdos on this gig. You're pretty normal, actually.
Thank you.
I mean, it's nice. I think it's nice.
Howdy. Howdy. Ah, so you're the sound recordist, are you? Great stuff. Great stuff. Any spooky stories for us? Poltergeists? That kind of thing?
It's not that kind of podcast.
Have you ever picked anything up on your equipment?
I thought so, but the good doctor managed to explain that away.
Oh. Spooky. I'm here to contact Harry Cobb. You know, from Grandin Makepeace.
Oh, yeah. I think my gran used to watch that.
Yeah, I'm writing a book about him. Remarkably little in the way of interviews, so I thought I'd get it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. Yeah, I found Kai on social media and got in touch. He's really got the gift. Yeah, you can feel it, the real deal. Trust me, you know it when you see it.
Is your surname Aubrey?
Yes.
The famous Aubreys. I knew I recognised you. Generations of psychics.
Not psychics. Doesn't work that way.
Sorry to interrupt. Pat, we're going for a breath of air before everything kicks off. Want to join?
Sure, yeah, great. Nice chatting to you both.
What are you doing working for Kai? Sorry, you don't have to answer that.
When you first picked up something in your equipment, something you couldn't explain, and then Dr. Krasner dismissed it, how did you feel?
Embarrassed. Bit ashamed, actually.
Now imagine that your senses have been dismissed since you were a kid. And your mother and your grandmother could hear too. And they all had their own versions of your doctor.
Kai doesn't know.
He can't.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? And Peter Piper pickled.
Pipe down, will you?
We're just passing the time, dear boy.
Can't we go in without him?
I mean, he's the main event. And I'm upstairs. So I can't afford another cock-up. I'll be out of my ear. Last chance to graduate, if you know what I mean.
I'm late. Please forgive me.
Hello. Hi.
Frank Elliott.
The very same. Gertrude Evans at birth, but Frank Elliott was my pen name and I was known to many by it. I was most surprised to be called to a spiritualist meeting. It's been so long, I feared I'd died the second death. Who hails me?
Dunno.
They're recorded in your papers, surely.
They're missing for some reason. Should we go in?
Perhaps a great-grandchild called you.
I bore no children.
We'll find out. Let's get down there.
Righty-ho.
The truth, please. I was not called.
Must have been a clerical error. Another Frank Elliot.
Of course. Pity. I shall bid you adieu.
No, wait, please. Can't you just step in for the other Frank? It's too late to find him now, and we can't go in without.
No, such a deception would be immoral.
But something immoral can be done for the right reasons, and it sort of becomes moral. I mean, look at me. I ran a game for the local outfit, and I was not proud, and I am paying my penance now. But I did it to put food on the table. Bring my girls up proper.
So I should perjure myself to bring you out of purgatory.
No one would know. It's too late. We can't disappoint.
If you
Listen, him down there, the one who called Frank, he needs someone, something to ease his pain. And you can do that.
Who do you think you are ordering me about? You are the reason you're in this.
No, sorry. I didn't.
believe
I'm sorry.
A like mind had reached throughout the centuries to grasp mine. A single mind. Perhaps a singular mind. I was a fool. And what do you think would happen to me if I should pretend to be this person? Surely they don't look kindly on this sort of thing.
Pardon me, miss. But it's not foolish to want to connect. It's human. And there's nothing more human than helping other people.
I don't know how.
In this week's episode, we speak to the last surviving relatives of Priggy Gasper, the third eye of Antipole. You'll remember last week we looked at Priggy's alleged psychic powers in this week's
character I play. I just need to understand where they're coming from. You've got to sweep the floors, so to speak. Some truths translate, no matter who you are.
Look, he's right, you know, Miss Elliot. We've not had as much a chance at living as some of them. But what we had was good enough to bring us here. I know you don't get called back often, but times like these, they're rare.
Whether you're the lead or support,
You've got to make every moment count. For the people. Out. There. You know, you've got a chance here to help the living live. Really, really live. And don't you see that?
Please, a moment.
But miss...
Oi. No. Some say that the afterlife's the great leveler, but I say grief is. No amount of money in a bank or Bentleys can ease that pain. Not even a crummy seance. So you don't have to do it. And you choose what's right for you. And I'm sorry for all this. Calling you back and for all of us barging in on you. Come on, lads. We've an appointment to keep.
Wait!
What are you talking about? You look good.
Did anyone else hear that?
Lennon, what did you hear?
Somebody said I look good?
Now's not the time.
No, I'm serious.
I think they're here. Let us begin.
Who wants to go first?